Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, we're going to talk about Baltimore's very own Gervonta Tank Davis. And, speaking of Gervonta Tank Davis, this has already been documented by a lot of people, but I wanted to get my thoughts out there on this because this shit needs to be documented. I need to be documenting this stuff, all right? So, with that being said, Floyd Mayweather came out as recently as Saturday at the Jarrett Hurd Arizona Lara card because he did an interview with Showtime. And he said that he's spoken to Todd DeBuff of Top Rank and that he's going to look to make the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Vasyl Lomachenk fight should Tank Davis get past Jesus Cuellar. Now, with that being taken into account, this is the impression I get, and this is my honest to God opinion. I think Floyd Mayweather wants to wipe his hands clean of Gervonta Davis, and I'm going to tell you guys why. So if you guys don't know, Gervonta Davis was on Instagram last week, shooting his mouth off, and he said the following about just his career. He said, I quote, "Last year, I was forced into fighting for the IBF title, but I believed in myself and the heart I have, and I can overcome anything. And I did it by myself. This time around, I'm more focused and ready to show people I'm here to stay, and I'm still doing it by myself. So please don't get to faking. See y'all in a couple weeks. I'm ready." Then one of his followers commented by saying, "You looked damn good fighting for the title. Whoever forced you knew you were ready for the opportunity." And then Gervonta said, "They did it. It was a setup. I just so happened to be ready." Right? So then that's when a couple of days later, Floyd came out and said that. So when I read that, right, as an outsider looking in, I read that, and it looks like Gervonta Davis is coming from a place where he's just very ungrateful. He's very ungrateful. Ungrateful. Because let's be honest, let's call a spade for those of us who really follow boxing. Jose Pedraza is the same guy who, not too long before he fought Gervonta Davis, he fought Edner Cherry, all right? He fought Edner Cherry, and that was a fight where he really got a good decision. Should have lost that fight. I believe that he had his title. I might be wrong. Let me check and see if I'm tripping. I think he had – I'm pretty sure he had that title back then, but I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about here. Let's see. Pedraza fought on – yeah, he had the title back then. So he had a title. He got a split decision victory. I thought Edner Cherry won that fight, and a lot of people thought Edner Cherry won that fight. So, I mean, in hindsight, in reality, you shouldn't even been fighting Jose Pedraza, but you got the weakest champion in the division on TV. You got a TV fight against the weakest champion in the division, and it allowed you to thrust yourself into the spotlight and become a star overnight, really. And that's what happened against Jose Pedraza. So that's what it is there. He's had a couple fights since then, but to fight Lomachenk in his next fight, whenever that may happen, that's going to be feeding into the wolves because he ain't ready. He don't got that ring experience. He don't got that experience to really just like get ready for that kind of opponent, that level of opponent, because you got to look at how Floyd has built him up. What kind of fights has he been getting Gervonta Tank Davis to get ready for a fight of that magnitude? Now, we know the Pedraza fight happened, but how about the fights before the Pedraza fight? I can personally tell you guys that I went to Gervonta Davis' fight right before Pedraza. He fought a guy by the name of Mario Antonio Macias, all right, 28-18-0. He had 18 losses. And Gervonta Davis stopped him in the first round. And he really didn't get any learning experience. So he's 23. Obviously, the kid is talented. Obviously, the kid has pound-for-pound level skills. I think he has pound-for-pound level skills. He could be one of the best fighters in boxing, right? But he needs proper experience. And who knows, man? Maybe it'll be one of those situations where it's baptism under fire, and with his explosiveness, athleticism that he brings to the ring, maybe that's maybe he'll fight to the level of Lomachenk because he's shown in his career he'll fight to the level of his opposition. He fought he stepped up his level when he fought Pedraza. He stepped it up when he fought Liam Walsh. He dropped his level when he fought Francisco Fonseca. And who knows, man? Maybe he might drop it against Jesus Cuellar. But we'll definitely have to wait and see. Personally, I'm happy that this is happening because, honestly, first of all, I think Floyd's just done with Gervonta Tank Davis because of the ungratefulness. He got Gervonta Davis a TV fight for a world title against the most beatable champion there was in the division, and he's ungrateful. That's how he repays him. So, throw him to the wolves, and let's see if Gervonta Davis can come out alive against Lomachenk. I don't think he will. But I'm looking forward to seeing that because it's a fight that I wanted to see, and it's a fight that I know if Gervonta and Floyd were on good terms would never even be talked about. It would not even be discussed because we remember what used to happen when they used to bring that name up. We're going to wait. We're not going to rush. We're going to take our time. All that BS. When he had a title, they were saying that. Now he doesn't have a title. So now, you can actually take your time. But now Floyd wants to throw him the wolf. So I ain't mad at it. And I guess that's the price you have to pay if you're a guy like Gervonta Davis, who Floyd trying to take you under his wing. He's trying to move you the right way. And, you want to go on Instagram and start shooting your fingers off. So, it is what it is, man. Hopefully that fight happens. And hopefully I think we'll get a real glimpse into if Gervonta really has that dog in him. Because he's going to fight Lomachenk, the best fighter in boxing, bar none. And if he's able to come out alive and become victorious, then a star will be born. To me, I see it as way I see it is this. And honestly, it could be a really smart move from Floyd on this part. I see it as a win-win. Because this is my perspective. I see it as a win-win for Gervonta Tank Davis because nobody thinks he's going to win against Lomachenk. Nobody thinks he's going to win against Lomachenk. That's number one. So if he loses, then it's just expected, right? But if he wins, he becomes like basically a demigod. The guy's a beast. The guy's a star overnight. Bigger star than he already is. He's one of the more popular American fighters right now. So, yeah, he's not grateful, and now he's being thrown to the wolves, and kind of happy about it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single video, you could love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dangin. So until next time, take care, guys.